All right, so today we're going to be adding things called polynomials. All right, so this is a polynomial right here. A polynomial has more than one term. So as we discussed last class a few times ago, we talked about terms. So this is a term, this is a term, this is a term, all individually. Together, the three of them make a polynomial. Okay, so terms, if they're the same, for instance, 4 is just a regular number. Okay, we have x and we have x squared. Now we have 3x squareds here, so each of those is a separate term. Okay, so what I like to do here is we're going to take this and we're going to add x squared plus 2. Okay, now everything's in parentheses here. So this is being added to this. So what I like to do is first, I like to rewrite this first part that they've given me. So I'm going to rewrite this. 3x squared plus x plus 4. Now if I only have a single x, we know that there's an invisible 1 in front of it. So you can write that if you'd like to help you. Okay? And then what I have, I'm adding to it x squared and 2. Now what I have to do is make sure that what I'm going to do is line up x squareds with other things that are x squareds, because those would be like terms. So I'm going to line up this x squared with this 3x squared. And the same thing applies as earlier. We said we had 1x, so I wrote the 1. I have 1x squared, so I'm going to write a 1 just to help myself. And then I have plus 2. Now that plus 2 also wouldn't go with an x because we can't combine those. It would go with the 4 because those are both regular numbers. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group this. Okay? I'm going to put parentheses around the whole thing and I'm going to group things. Okay? So my x squareds are together right there. My single x is here, and my regular numbers are here. And on the outside, I'm going to put my plus sign. Okay? So there's my plus sign that I'm bringing out here because it's an addition problem. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to treat everything on the inside. All these pluses now, I have to consider as positives. Okay? If it was a minus sign, I'm going to treat it as a negative. Okay? So what I'm going to do here, so I've got 3x squared plus 1x squared. So if I have 3 of them, add another one, that's 4x squared. You notice my exponent didn't get any bigger. All right, then I have 1x squared plus nothing. So that really doesn't change it. So plus 1x, I'm going to just write x, because that is the same as 1x. All right, so now it's positive 4 plus positive 2. That's 6. So we write plus 6. All right. So now I'm going to do the same exact problem, except for I'm going to make it a subtraction problem. Now I'm changing this just for time's sake. I'm just going to change this problem now. So that is actually our answer to that problem. Now I'm going to redo it. But I'm going to do subtraction. Okay. So I basically have a new problem because now we've made subtraction. Okay, again, this is a totally different question. So now I have 3x squared minus 1x squared. So that would be 2x squared. As you noticed, the exponent did not get any bigger or smaller. Okay? 1x squared minus nothing would still be 1x squared, 1x. So I'm going to write plus 1x, there's 1x, and positive 4 minus positive 2. So that would be 2. So I'm going to write plus 2. So again, these pluses that are on the inside, we're just treating them to tell us whether our number is positive or negative. And whatever our answer comes out to, that's what we'll basically write. So if this had come out to, say, if I'd gotten negative 2, I actually would have written minus 2. Okay, if I'd have gotten negative x, I'd have wrote minus x. Okay. All right, so let me do one more, just for quick sake. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this stuff real quick because I'm only going to change one aspect of this problem. Okay, so this time I'm going to change this. All right, and I'm going to write 2x plus 3. Okay? So again, the beginning of this is exactly the same. I've got it lined up, and this 2x would go with the 1x. So I'm going to write 2x. This 3 will go here, plus 3. Because those are like terms. As you see, I don't have an x squared this time to combine with it, so I don't have anything there. And again, this is a subtraction problem, so I'm going to do this real quick, because it says subtract. So 3x squared minus nothing is 3x squared. Okay, we have 1x minus 2x's. So if you have 1 and you lose 2, you're going to get negative. So you get negative 1x. So like I said just a second ago, if I get a negative, I'm actually going to write minus. So minus 1x. And again, that 1 is invisible. It's understood that it's there though. And then 4 minus 3 is also 1. And since we get a positive answer, we write plus 1. So before I almost stopped the video. So remember, the main thing is to group the numbers together or the terms together by likeness. So if you have x squareds, they get matched with other things that are x squared. If you have just an x, they're going to be grouped together with just x. If you have numbers that are just regular numbers, okay, they are grouped together. If you have x to the third, it should be grouped together with things that are also x to the third. And make sure that when you're adding or subtracting them, those exponents would stay the same. That's because they are grouped together. That exponent has to stay the same. Think about it from this perspective. If I said you have 2 apples and 2 oranges and you put them together, you don't have 4 apples or 4 oranges. You have 2 apples and 2 oranges. It's been combined, okay? You have, in order for the exponent to be combined, they have to be the same, okay? With addition and subtraction, okay?